What's up? It's Wednesday evening, and you know what time it is. Of course you do. What's going on? My name is Backdraft. Welcome to the Wednesday evening live stream. And we have a very special live stream planned for you guys this evening, which is kind of like a sneak peek, I guess is the way to put it. And yeah, I forgot to mute my microphone while the intro was going, so that was kind of funny, actually. Oh man. So did you guys see the latest snapshot today? Like, for some reason I didn't know about glowing item frames. Maybe I've just not been paying attention, but apparently that's a thing now. Glowing item frames. They're trying to make the glow squid useful, I guess. I didn't think the glow squid was ever going to be useful, but I guess they found a way to make it useful. I don't know. Yep, yeah, I guess I'm behind. The lush caves look super awesome. Dude, you should explore it more. Maybe a survival stream in the snapshot. I heard you have to, like, I watched who was it? Rayworks. And you have to load the world with a particular setting in order to get the lush caves. Yeah. I do have a plan for well, it's more of like a test. I have a theory regarding the opaque glass, which I think I've actually said before. And that I was curious if husks were able to spawn beneath the opaque glass. I mean, it says that the glass is technically an opaque block. It's just visually transparent. But I wanted to test it to see if Mojang thought of that. Because if not, you could totally make a husk farm. Of course, you would still need the desert and everything. But it's like impossible to make a husk farm on an SMP because everybody's sleeping all the time and you need night. And you need night and you need access to the sky. So, I know people ask, well, why would you want to farm husks? Well, we have the data pack where husks drop sand, and farming sand is a pain in the bum. Probably why I couldn't find any. Yeah. Yeah, if you watch Rayworks' video of the snapshot, he discusses how you have to, I think you have to do like a single biome setting or something, so that the whole world basically is just lush caves. I don't really know how it works specifically, but yeah. Anyway, let's get into the stream. So we're gonna start off today. Let me turn the sounds on. We're just gonna take a walk around real quick. Woo! What's up, Jacobus? The COD God. Why does this ad play every time my stream starts? I don't understand it. It's the only one that ever plays throughout the entire stream. I guess they're getting free advertising. Well, I know nobody's been by the base. Are we allowed to mine for basalt or just generate it? Well, I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to mine for it, but okay. Both? Who's online? Sturban Wolf. Wow, I replied to my teacher's email wishing him well on his visit to the hospital, and he replied and didn't even spell my name right. Wow, that's interesting. You should charge them? I should charge who for what? Am I behind the times again? I think I'm just behind the messages. I want to check on the super smelter real quick because I'm still waiting for it to fill up. If you guys missed last stream, we converted. Oh, for the advertising. Yeah, I totally should. It's $100 per second. So we changed the super smelter so it no longer uses. I mean, where is safe to mine for it? I would give space from tunnels, but you can generate. Yes, of course you can generate it. But yeah, we changed this because before we just had a single hopper minecart distributing all of the bamboo, and that was way too slow when you were doing a significant amount of smelting. So I changed it so that it is all fed in by hoppers now, and this should have no problem keeping up. But essentially, it's going to take a while for this whole thing to fill up. I'm trying to see exactly where it is. Oh, it's got pretty far, actually. So it's right there filling up that hopper. I could help it along, and I've kind of been trying to help it along and just try to fill up some of it manually. This thing is just chock full of bamboo. So I've just been taking the bamboo and shooting down the line and just manually filling up the hopper. So that one's filled up already. These ones are kind of difficult to get to. Filled, filled, filled. So I could just chug along. This is what I was doing for a little while because I was getting sick of waiting for it. Essentially, once it's filled, everything should be good to go. Oh, that's not the... Yeah, once everything's filled up, we should be good to go. I don't have to smelt anything more right now. This is mainly just the principle of it, making everything filled up really nice. Where's Oh, there was 42 netherrack stuck in that one. And it was actually not even filled up. I guess I missed that one by accident. Was this one? No. Yeah, apparently for some reason some of these weren't filled up all the way. I think it kind of got out of sync. But once everything is good to go, then we should be fine. All right, anyway. In a sec, I'm going to pop over to the creative world. And you guys are going to be the first human beings on the face of the earth to see the throne room. And I gotta say, before I show you guys the throne room, I wanted to make it ridiculous looking in terms of like showing off. Like, because, you know, a sultan or like a king, they would want their throne room to be ridiculously impressive and crazy, because any guests that come and visit them, they would want to, you know, show off their wealth and whatnot. So I added all kinds of crazy decorations and stuff to it, and I think it turned out really cool. I was trying to think if there was anything else I could do with the throne room, but essentially it's not really that big of a space once you get the throne in there. And I think most of you guys saw the throne in the last stream that Solid designed. If you missed it, you're gonna see it again, but you guys are gonna be the first ones to see the finished product. And then I think we're gonna grab the schematic and then start doing the resource collection. And then if we have the time, we'll get to building it in the stream. Another thing I actually wanted to point out was, for the longest time, you can see in the upper left-hand corner. Oh no, you can't see it, but you can see because I can zoom. I'm actually in Fabric right now, but for the longest time, OptiFabric, which is the plug-in sort of thing. Hey, my helmet's on. That was weird. OptiFabric, which is the library that lets you use Optifine while you use Fabric, for the longest time in 1.16 wasn't working. And they finally got it working. I don't know when they fixed it, but I was just checking it out and they finally fixed it. So I now have Optifine running with Fabric. So essentially I can run, you know, have the connected textures and all of the chunk loading and everything, and make it all super smooth. Because if this was just basic Minecraft or just basic Fabric, it would literally only load like 10 chunks and then unload everything else beyond that. Rather with Optifine, and I think it works for Sodium as well, once you load a chunk, as long as it's within your set render distance, at least these are the server settings we have, so my set render distance is 20 chunks, which is decently far. Whoa, sorry. Once you load a chunk, it will stay loaded, so long as you don't go outside of the bounds. All right, so let's hop over to the creative world, and you guys will get to see the throne room. Pretty impressive first impression, I would say, right? Not too shabby, huh? What do you guys think? It's not too much, is it? Okay. I was wondering if it was too much. There was a couple other things I was trying to do that just didn't work because it just looked a little too ridiculous. but I think this turned out epic. It's definitely very show-offy. Let me give you guys a little bit more of a view. So obviously we have the throne. What are those edge blocks? Maps? Yes, sir. So this is the first time that I have messed around with map art. And I think it turned out pretty well. What about the soul campfire for the color to match the wood instead of the regular campfire? I did play around with that. That's a good point, Jake. I did play around with that, but I like the regular one better because blue fire in here for some reason just seemed odd. I didn't think it worked with the rest of the room. Essentially also because I was looking at a couple examples of the throne room from the new live action Aladdin and the original Aladdin, and they had like these, you know, torch standing lantern things, and it was, you know, obviously regular fire, so I kind of kept with that consistency, sort of, kind of. So we got the throne. I think since last stream I raised it up a block so I could curve the snout in, or the trunk in a little bit to make it look more like an elephant, because when it was pushed up against the floor, it kind of looked like a mouse a little bit, which is fine. You can still kind of tell it was an elephant, but I made it this way so you could kind of give it the trunk a little bit more shape and make it a little bit more obvious. And yep, you can sit in this bad boy. Mwahaha. This is super cool. So I kind of, you know, same block palette. I loved this idea of doing like edging like this, because the design from Aladdin kind of had like an edge at the top of the room. I also did this custom ceiling, which I think I did a really good job with that. And the carpet, I loved this idea too, of doing some map art and making it custom. It looks like I actually missed one. But yeah, that's gonna take me a while to do on the live server. So I have the two maps set up just over here. I would have had to see it. Yeah, I can show you. I don't know how you did the map art, but it's so cool. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this on the live server, because this is made out of wool and I don't have any wool. And since maps are 128 by 128, you're talking like 14,000 blocks. I don't have any wool right now. So I might have to either do some shopping or maybe even just borrow some wool so I can make the maps. And once you make the map, I think you can make copies of it. So once you make it once and you lock the map, I think you can take down the original map and then just make copies of it, essentially. So, but that's the idea. I wanted to do something, I wanted to take it one step further, especially the carpet, because like I said, I really wanted the wow factor with the throne room. And that was the only way I could think to do it, with like the carpet, because that's how the carpet is designed in the movie. It had like this trim along the edge sort of thing. I did just throw yellow carpet down, but it just didn't look right. It was weird. Sorry, I'm just making sure my music's still going because there was another ad. Annoying. Oh, and I also added this little like crown flare thing to the top of the elephant, which turned out really cool. I also was trying to play around with some banners, because it was that's how it was in the movie. There was like big red banners hanging from the walls and like incense dangling things, but I played around with some banners and it just didn't look right. No matter what I did, I even like stacked up the banners like all the way down, and it just didn't look right. It looked kind of dumb. So I came up with this cool little, you know, design with the red nether brick fences and the glass, which, you know, because without something here, the walls just kind of look plain and dull. So I needed to put something there, also in this space right here. So I just figured I would add a little bit more detail and just, you know, make it look like there's some decorative blocks, kind of like what I did down below with these walls. Whoopsie. Where I just needed to put, I wanted to put something there to make it look not so bland. So I figured that, you know, just put like some decorative stuff and kind of make it look a little bit more schmexy. So the blue campfires, for the record, why am I dinging? Oh, whatever. Oh, no, it would be soul campfire. Just to give you, it just kind of looks, well, one, it doesn't give you enough light. That was, I forgot to mention that. So if I turn that on, there's not enough light. That was the bigger thing. The second thing is I just don't think the blue looks, I wanted it to look a little bit more natural, I guess. And obviously blue flame doesn't occur naturally. I mean, this is Minecraft. It's not, you know, like it's natural. It looks really funky with shaders as well. Yeah, it looks a little dark. Yeah, that was the main thing. I completely forgot that there wasn't enough light. Yeah, this room looks really crazy with shaders. The elephant looks evil. Yeah. This is nuts. I love the way gold looks with shade. I mean, you have like a bit of a purple tint to it with the shaders, but the gold still looks pretty cool. Blue flame does occur naturally. Well, yeah, but like a full blue flame, like, you know, you would need a special kind of fuel to get a full-fledged blue flame. But yeah, this turned out really, really sweet. I think the carpet was my favorite piece when I was able to figure out how to do the map. I've never done map art before. I'm not a map art person. I don't have the patience for it, but I really wanted to push this room like to the next level. So there's a blue burning volcano. It's pretty funky looking. Oh, I did not know that. All right, I'm gonna switch off the shaders. I think at the end of the season, I'm gonna give a full shaded tour of my base and the surrounding areas, or we might do like a regular tour and then a shaders tour. So yeah, so from here, I gotta grab the schematic, which I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna do this. I think I honestly just kind of need to pick the corner over here and then go to the corner over there, and we'll go from there. All right, so to player. And how high do we need to go? Pretty high. It's like basically to the red nether brick, I think. That's too high. It's like right to the top of there. Could always adjust it, obviously. Okay. Like here-ish, I think. Just kind of. Okay. Let's make sure that covered the entirety of this. Yeah, it actually goes up into the bedroom, which is fine. Not a big deal. I think we have everything. Does this go all the way to the edge? Yeah. I have to sneeze in a second, so I apologize. Sorry. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let me just save the schematic. I don't know how many materials we're gonna need. I think I'm gonna save schematics for the map art as well, just so I know how much wool I'm gonna need. It's a crap ton of wool. Oh, I also had a plan to, since we have the big mob farm now, I'm gonna convert this tower here into a wool farm, because I find myself using wool more often than not. But anyway, let's save this bad boy. And then let's check material list. Yeah, I don't need any sandstone, that's fine. 413 red nether brick, we got that, no problem. I just need to smelt up some netherrack, which, you know, my super smelter is doing just fine, so. 384 warped trapdoors, pretty much everything. I'm pretty sure we should have almost everything except the gold blocks. I might have to farm the gold blocks because I don't think we have any right now. I think I used them all. I'll take a look though. Red carpet, obviously. Glowstone, we got tons of it. Cyan terracotta, I'll have to buy a stack of that, I think. Yellow carpet. 37 yellow carpet? Where am I using 37? Oh, is that up in my room? Yeah, okay. I need to lower this down by 1. Yeah, we need to redo this. Because I don't want it picking up all that junk. And I actually think we can lower it down 1 more and still be okay. Yes, I think. Yeah, let's lower it 1 more. And then we'll resave this. I have to delete the original though. Okay, that's better. Yeah, 9 yellow carpet, 8 yellow stained glass, torch, campfire, and rod, furnace, and observer? Where the heck is that getting loaded? Where is there a furnace and observer getting loaded? Oh, it's cutting into the sugarcane farm over here. That's fine. No problem, no problem. Oh, I forgot I blew a hole in this by accident. It's whatever. Alright, I think we're good to go. And I did it actually... I don't think it considers item frames. Let me take a look. Yeah. CDFGHI. No, it doesn't consider item frames because we're going to need a buttload of item frames too. Alright, so we're good there. Let me do the map art now. And I do need to do a quick change to the map art. So I'm currently just waiting for a system restore point to be made. Ooh, what happened? I need to basically push this down because otherwise the measurements for the it's gonna tell me I need way more red wool than I actually do need, because I'm kind of doubling up on it, if you know what I mean. It's so slow, I just want to go to bed. Why are you doing a system restore point? Flashing light. And then we're gonna go copy, smack, paste, no! Paste -A. And then set air. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing over there because I want to save these. I'm running transcript because my PC runs as slow as the Nokia 3310 on a bad day. That is a hilarious comparison. Yeah, this map art stuff is definitely going to take me a while. I honestly don't think I'm gonna take... I don't need the other one because it should be about the same materials, kind of, sort of. So that's fine. Okay, move. Boom, boom. And that should be good. I don't think there's anything now. All right, so area editor, Agrabah, carpet trim. Save, save. Oh God, that's so much wool. Oh man. Have a guess how long it takes to boot? Well, if it runs slower than the Nokia 3310, I'm gonna say 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know. How much wool was that exactly? That's like over 16,000 wool. 10 to 30 minutes. Ew. That sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just trying to do some quick mental math. That's over 16,000 wool. That's just nuts. 16,000 wool is like 3,000, 3,600. That's over 5 double chests of wool. Or it's about 5 double chests of wool. Oh my God. I could just buy up, or I could just farm a bunch of string, but that would mean I would need 20 double chests of string. And then I have to dye it all. Is there a different block I could use that I could get a bunch of? Like, I do have a bunch of yellow concrete. I don't know if it'll look the same. I mean, I can test it out real quick. Let me take another quick look. Grab a carpet trim. 7,644 yellow, or 8,740 yellow wool. It's terrible. I've defragged my hard drive. It loads pretty much nothing on startup. It's stupid, so I'm gonna try this. Plus, it'll clear any malware I may have. Doesn't the server have a re-dyeing pack? Yes, it does. So you can re-dye any wool to any color, which is great. If you're having trouble with your PC running slow, a few suggestions I would have would be one, definitely do a malware scan. 2, clean it is a big one that people don't realize. Clean out all the dust, like give it a really good thorough clean, make sure it's nice and clean inside, because dust can slow it down a lot because it could make it run at higher heats, or it could make it hotter, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to think of what I could get quicker than wool. I mean, definitely yellow concrete. I have a ton of yellow concrete left over. Like a buttload. 8,000 is, it's like almost, it's like 2.5 double chests. Which I think I have that in yellow concrete. And I actually think that it doesn't look very different. We can tell just by looking at this. I can replace it real quick again. But yeah, I don't think it looks that much different. I really don't think it would be very noticeable. You should be able to re-dye the yellow to the red. The concrete? I don't think you can re-dye concrete. Yeah, I don't see any difference. Because essentially in the map art, it just gives you like the base color. It doesn't give you like the texture. So honestly, I really don't, like, I think we can get away with using yellow concrete. Yeah, it looks no different whatsoever. I notice no difference at all. But what kind of red block could we get a lot of easily? I have a calculator. How much is required? How much total wool? George is barking. Probably at home. The cartridge room. So it's that. Or it's behind my head, so you can't see it. Or no, you can see the missing column. It's the same amount. So however much that is. So 8740 plus 7644. The bottom one is red wool and the top one is yellow wool. Let me take a quick look. I don't think netherrack would work. I think that would be too dark. Let's give it a shot. Because we can definitely get a buttload of netherrack quickly. What? Replace red wool with nether. Why can't I replace it with netherrack? About 5 and a bit single chests of each. Yeah. Shulker boxes. Why can't I replace the red wool with netherrack? Is it Minecraft netherrack? Why is netherrack not in here? Is it just not indexed or something? So essentially 5 shulker boxes of each. I could just go buy out all the wool stocks, but that's gonna be a lot of diamonds. That's gonna be stacks on stacks of diamonds. Just trying to look through, see what else we could get in mass quantities. Red nether brick, but no, that's too much. I think red wool is honestly our best bet. Are you sure it's 5? Oh yeah, it's about, yeah. So I think I have all of the yellow concrete we'll need. I just don't know about the wool. We'll probably have to farm it. So 5.5 single chests of each, which is about 2.5 double chests of each. Which ain't bad. Look up netherrack quickly. Oh, it's 2 R's? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's 2 R's. Yeah. You spelled it right, so you gave me the answer. So I don't want it to look ridiculous. So let's see what this ends up looking like. It's not that bad. I mean, I could easily get the netherrack. That's not really that bad. The one thing I'm dreading rather than collecting all of the resources is actually building the frames. What do you guys think? I don't think that's that bad. It is a little darker, but I don't mind a little darker because it kind of matches with the red nether brick a little bit more. And obviously this one would be darker as well. I can change that real quick just so we can get an idea. But what did you guys think of that? I don't think it's that bad. Let's see what else. Well, I'm trying to only do things that I know I could get in mass quantities. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think there's any other block red block that I could easily get a mass amount of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it essentially looks the same. It's just that the red is a little darker, which I like. I don't mind that. Because if it's between having the red be a little darker or spending hours upon hours farming red wool, or spending a mass amount of diamonds on red wool rather than just spending like an hour mining the netherrack that we're gonna need, I'm all for that. Yeah, I don't mind it. I actually think it's better. I think I like it better because the red goes better with the color red that we have in the palette. Is red sand red on maps or yellow? I don't know. Can you make copies of a locked map? Hang on one sec. Can you copy a locked map in Minecraft? Not a paper. You have to make an empty map made by surrounding a compass with paper. Yeah. And place it on the crafting grid along with the map you want to copy, and you'll get 2 identical maps in the output. And then you can... Wait. Any way to clone copy map? Make a copy of a map using lock a map using a cartography table. This Minecraft tutorial explains how to use a cartography table to lock a map. Yeah, that's fine, but can you copy a locked map? I think so. I guess we could just test. I guess we could test it. Well, here's a map. And I think to lock it, isn't it? Where's the crafting grid? Isn't it like put with a glass pane in a cartography table? I've actually never done that before. Okay, so make a copy of that. Map, glass pane, locked map. Empty map, locked map. Yes, you can. That's good. Because essentially what I wanted to do was make the map art, create the map, lock it, and then get rid of the map. Because once it's locked, and I don't think it looks any different when you place it down, essentially, because this is the locked map. Let's give it a shot. No, it doesn't look any different when it's locked. But now if I go and edit the map, in theory, when you lock a map, the locked maps won't change. So as long as you have a master copy of the original map, then you're good to go. Well, we spent a lot of time in this creative world. Well, I just wanted to dot my T's and cross my I's. And leave them paralyzed. Yeah, so... Oh. That's odd. Oh, do I have to fly over it for it to update? I think that's what you have to do. Yeah, so now it updated it. So all of the sister maps, I guess is what you would call them, non-locked ones should update, essentially. But you have to pull the map up for it to update, I think is what it is. So now if I look at them, yeah, there's that little on there. But the locked ones don't have the so yeah, that's essentially what you would need to do. So you could literally just whack the map once you get a locked copy of it. There's some cool features of maps on Bedrock that Java doesn't have. Oh, like what? All right, I think we're gonna go, by the way. I think we're gonna shoot back over to the live server, and then we're gonna collect up all the materials. get them into some sugar boxes, and then we'll get to going. I also want to record myself building the throne room because I wanted to do a time lapse of it, of course. I've never actually streamed while doing a time lapse, so hopefully it doesn't make my computer explode. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Out of curiosity, actually, I'm gonna go and do red nether brick, and just to see how it looks. You can get both normal and locator maps. Normal have no player locations and are crafted with just paper and a compass to the center, and you get normal. Oh, interesting. All right, yeah, I just want to see how this looks with red nether brick. So replace nether rack with 2 R's with red nether bricks. I'm obviously not gonna farm 2.5 double chests of red nether brick right now. I could, but oh, I gotta update it. Sorry. Does it not look any different whatsoever? Yeah, it literally doesn't look any different. So, or is, no, that's the locked map. No, still, it looks absolutely no different. Nope. Map art's weird. Another is that if you make an overworld map and then go to the nether, you can see where your location is relative to the overworld. That allows you to accurately place your portals. That's cool. Why the heck isn't that in Java? That should totally be in Java. Yeah, so the map with the red nether looks absolutely identical. Here's the non-locked map. It looks exactly the same. So yeah, so netherrack and yellow concrete because we can farm that up easily. Solid! What's up? Solid, you're one of the lucky ones who gets to see a sneak preview of the throne room. And hold on to your butt because it's pretty sweet. There she blows. What do you think? And yes, I did do map art. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we were just finalizing the map art, so I was trying to figure out some blocks I could use that wouldn't take me 15,000 years to farm, you know, 5 double chests worth to do map art. It's actually right over here. So I found out that we could use the yellow concrete, which is now finally coming in handy. The yellow concrete that I used originally for the spires. We can use that and then netherrack to get the colors that we need for the trim. I wanted to add like the extra little details to the throne room to just give it that wow factor. I think it turned out really sweet. I think the main reason nether maps isn't in Java is because you can easily use coordinates, whereas we can't. Oh, okay, I guess that's a good point. That is very cool. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna pop back over to the server now, and I think we're gonna start with the resource collection. And I've never done map art before, so I'm excited to try this out. The only thing is if a creeper comes and blows it up. Have you tried red wool? Yes, that's what I tried originally, and it was a little too light. The red that ends up on the map isn't as dark as it is, and I like the darker red because it matches the shade of red that we're using on the red nether brick. And the other thing is farming up 2.5 double chests of red wool would have taken a while. If I could have just bought it, but that would be like over 100 diamonds, and I'd rather farm it rather than spend 100 diamonds on something that I could easily farm. So I see. So the red from the wool is too bright. Yeah, it's too bright, and the trade-off as well is that right now I'm using netherrack. We could easily get. I have 3 double chests of red wool just sitting there. Oh, well, okay. Either way, I like the netherrack better, and we could easily get 3 double chests worth of netherrack, so. But yeah, I think it's time to shoot on back to the server. The one thing I was contemplating on doing is kind of changing this a little bit so it was more like combined, sort of, kind of, if that makes any sense. Sorry, one sec. So that, you know, so that the middle, like, yellow, like, basically the yellow trim would only go along the outside of, like, this, instead of it being in the middle too, so it was all, like, slapped together. But I think it's fine the way it is, honestly. I think it adds just that little bit more of a pop. And you can't really tell, like, that there's gaps and stuff from really far away. Kind of brings it all together, I think. It's definitely cool. Sorry, I'm just getting texted because the dog is barking and he's hungry. All right, I think we're gonna shoot back over. And yeah. You could use a yellow border on the top of one map, lock it, and then change it to make it the bottom of the other. You absolutely could. I mean, you can rotate the maps too. So that, you know. But I think it's alright the way it is. I can always mess around with it later. And that's mainly my laziness talking. Alright, cool. Let's hop over and get started. So obviously I think the first thing we're going to do is build the Lelephant. Dark Solid's amazing clutch move with that elephant. Alright, cool. Hello. Alright, let's get the schematic in place. Can't wait to whack all of these torches as well. Make sure I'm not getting snuck up on by anybody. No, okay. Alright, so throne room. Load. And we just kind of got to line it up. Uh-oh. There we go. Sweet. All right. No, that's your elephant. Well, I gotta give the credit where the credit's due, dude. I'm gonna go sweepy weepies real quick. And then we're gonna go check on our materials and gather everything together. What did oh, we got an F in chat. I think Optifabric is a little laggy. Unless it's just the server. Now there is quite a few people online right now. Whee! Alright, let's see what we have. Ooh, that's a lot of schmobs. Jeez. Oh, if you guys haven't seen it in person, here is the finished wall. This terraforming job, I was actually quite happy with it. So I had to terraform this hill to make it look like the wall was kind of like butted up against it. And then the point here is this hill is basically, we're going to turn into a gold mine sort of thing. Looks very cool. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So all the terraforming's done too. I also terraformed around this river to kind of expand it a little bit and make it look a little bit more lush and get rid of a lot of the dirt. A little bit more dirt over there probably that I'll whack, but yeah, the terraforming didn't take too long. It was a lot of fun. I had to move the SCV and the Viking, which I know Boofty's probably gonna cry when he sees that, but I saved all the materials and some schematics for him so I can rebuild him somewhere else. Okay, so let's check up on the you know what I'm saying? 285 yellow concrete. That's just a couple stacks. I didn't really think it was even that much. Oh yeah, we got plenty of yellow concrete. All those shulker boxes are full of yellow concrete, so we're fine. No problemo. All right, so let's start filling up some boxes, materials. Yeah, something's weird with like this lag. It might be my client lagging. How much memory are we using? Why is it only giving me 2 gigs? I upped it the other day. Hang on a second. Pardon me just a sec. Fabric, edit, more options. Yeah, why did it go back? Did I not save it? Sorry, just give me a sec. Normally I beef it up to like 10 gigs of RAM because my computer has a ridiculous amount of RAM. Just so that there's no bottleneck. Yeah, there we go. All right, anyway, just gonna plop down some shulkers and we'll get all the materials going. So it says 280 what? 285 yellow concrete is 0.16 shulker boxes. So it's 4.5 stacks. Dragon incoming. Oh, and like I said, I think the only thing we don't have is the gold. Oh yeah, I did a round of farming. So how many gold blocks do we need? I forgot I did a round of farming and I got a bunch more gold blocks. Still a bit of lag. It's kind of weird. Whatever, we'll be fine. It's not like our frames are suffering. Lucky you, I only have 16 gigabytes of RAMs. Yeah, I got a ridiculous amount of RAM for mine in case I ever do any programming, which I do. Yeah, I do. I do programming every now and then, so. Load, throw room. 163, which is 2.5 stacks of gold blocks. That's child's play for us. You know we got gold. We got gold coming out of our ears. Stupid game. Silly game. Alright. 6 campfires. We can craft those. What the heck is the recipe for a campfire? Campfire. Log, stick, and coal. We have plenty of all of that. What was it? 6 of them? Okay. This is how I usually like to do builds in terms of material collection. I like to get everything together first so that the build goes as quickly as possible. Bada bing. Oh, I finally started using the upper row on my storage system. I added a chest for clay. My PC is a landfill site. It's slow, very, very slow. You should get a new one. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but if you're looking for a site or a PC that'll let you finance for free, you can use Ironside. That's what I have. I have an Ironside computer. They'll let you finance. It's like 0% EP. Well, actually, you're in England. I don't know how it works for you guys, but I would hope it would be similar for you guys, I guess. Hopefully shouldn't matter. All right, where are we? Cyan banner, 4 cyan banner, 4 cyan carpet. Where the heck is there cyan carpet? I don't think there's any cyan carpet. Anyway, let's make the banner. Just through my... don't think there's any cyan carpet. I don't know what the heck this game is talking about. So we'll re-dye 6 of these to cyan. And then we need a stick. Can I reach that? Okay, we got the banner. What's next? Cyan terracotta. Do I have any cyan terracotta? This is terracotta, right? Oh! Where did I get cyan terracotta? I have no idea where I got that from, but okay. 2 end rods, a furnace, 100 red carpet. Let's get a bunch of the red nether brick. 2 end rods, a furnace. We'll just grab as much as we can out of here. Hopefully that should be enough. I don't know. I think that should be plenty. A furnace, we can just craft one real quick. Wait, where is there a furnace in that build? There's no furnace in that build. Oh, it's getting into the sugarcane farm. I probably should have fixed that before I did this, but whatever. 100 red carpets, so I will need... is it 2 carpet? It's basically one wool per carpet, right? Or did they change it? Oh, it's 2 wool per 3 carpet. So we essentially need like 2 stacks of red carpet. I think it's 2 wool per 3. Yeah, I just figured that out. Oh, I have some. Let's just make as much as we can. Yeah, we need more. How do I not have any more red dye? And why is there a stone pressure plate in there? Do I not have any red dye? That's one thing I still need to build is my micro flower farm. We might have to make a trip to the shopping district. Or do I have any beets? I don't think I have any beets. Oopsie. Good job, my sleep schedule is broken anyway, so I can deal with this. You can't turn apples into red dye, can you? I don't think that's a thing, no. Is this in my playlist? No, it's not. My playlist ended because we just hit 55 minutes. Hopefully that doesn't give me a copyright strike. I always forget that I only have 55 minutes in my playlist. I gotta comb through and get more music into it. But basically once we hit 55 minutes, it just starts playing random music. Yeah, so we're gonna have to make a trip to the shopping district. So yeah, but let me get everything else ready first, and then we'll make a list of what we need to get from the shopping district. Okay. Sorry. End rods, I have some in my light box. I just put a couple end rods on the elephant to give it a little bit more, you know. Got all the red nether brick stuff. 30 red stained glass and 180 red stained glass panes. Well, we need more glass. And we don't have any red dye either, so. Yeah, we're gonna have to go get some red dye. That's what else we need. Red dye, I think, is the one thing we need because we can always smelt more glass. Sandstone, that's whatever. It's obviously gonna get caught up in there. Stripped warp hyphae and stripped warp stem. So that's 2, 3 stacks, like 3.5 stacks of warped wood, which I think we have. Three and a half. Hopefully I have 3.5. If not, I might have to use the turn on the farm for a little bit and not let it load halfway. Oh, we're so close. Dang it, Bobby. I doubt we're gonna finish this during this stream anyway, so I could just buy some from the shopping district, but why would I do that when I have a farm? So we need like another 2 stacks of that, which is fine. I can live with that. And we'll dump that stuff in there for now. That stuff we're all gonna redye. We're gonna redye all of that. Okay, what else? Okay, all the warped stuff is fine. I think we have some planks we can grab, some fence. So we'll probably need like another 2 stacks of warped wood. Some yellow carpet, which I think I'm fine on. Yellow stained glass. So that's it. Yellow carpet and yellow stained glass. And I think I have some random stuff in here. Actually, we're gonna need a lot more warped wood. I would say maybe like 3 or 4 more stacks. I probably should figure out the exact amount. But I think I have some... I have 1 plank. Where did all my warped wood go? Did I really use it all? Alright, we're gonna have to make a trip to the SD real quick. No problemo. There's nothing. There shouldn't be anything in any of my shulkers in here. I think I have emptied them all out. Yeah, we're good. Alright, to the SD. So we need... Oh, I forgot we need... How much yellow stained glass? We didn't really need that much yellow stained glass. Agrothrone room. 8 stained glass panes and then 9 yellow carpet. Let's see if we can get the carpet before we go, and then I can make those panes. Not a big. We have 4 carpet. Let's re-dye the lime wool, and then we'll turn that into the carpet. Oh, I have a whole stack of lime wool right there. Okay, we got the carpet. I think the carpet's just used to kind of cover up a couple places on the, if you need red wool, just take it from my base. I have more than enough. Okay, cool. I think we'll be okay, though. Thank you for the offer. Oh, and then I can make the glass panes. Yeah, that's plenty. I think that's more than enough. So. Okay. All right, let's make the trip to the SD. I know we needed red wool. What did we need the red wool for? Okay, so we need the carpet. Solid. Maybe I'll go take you up on that offer, my friend, just so I don't have to buy a bunch of red dye. I'm trying to remember what we needed it for. So we definitely needed it for the carpet. Is that the only thing we needed the red dye for? Oh, and I need some more warped wood. And I think that's it, honestly. So it's a solid space. Are you there, Solid? Oh, okay. I'll just pop by your base. then we'll pop over the SD and see if we can get some more warped wood. I can't believe I'm paying for warped wood. I have a warped wood farm. I could just let it run for a few minutes while I build the throne room. It should be loaded. I'm keeping my eye out for the oh, there it is. Okay, so solid base is right there. Yep. Maybe I will just let the farm run for a little while so I can get it. I don't feel like paying. I don't want to have to pay for stuff that I can farm. Everybody loves ice cream. There are a lot of hearts here. Dang, Solid. You have a lot of wool. There's the red. I'll just steal a couple stacks. Thank you, sir. Okay, cool. Ah, ghost! Alright, so let's head back. Quick, go before he notices. Yes, I don't think he noticed, so we're good. Ow. Oh, Solid, do you know when we're going to be working on the hub again? Perchance? Homeboy? Fly through the portal. Why do you keep answering me? I punched him. Because I'm fighting the dragon right now. You're so funny. So he totally didn't notice then, so. Oh, I needed red dye for red glass. Ah, crap, I forgot. Okay, I guess we are going back to the shopping district. Okay, that should be enough carpet. Bada bing. Bex's bubbles. Oh yeah, I could help Bex out. I don't know if Bex has been on the server in a while. I know she's been doing a lot of her other videos. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm a legend when I step in the room. Okay, helmet on. Check. My Elytra's about to die. Check. Okay, let's go. I need splash. Oh, should I get my rockets? I wonder if Bex ever found her meatballs. Boofty found his meatballs. Bloop. My street is so dark. Are there no street lights? Or people? Street lights, people. This is not Vex's Bubbles. I've never shopped here, but her store is so cool. All right, how much red glass? Does she have any red glass? Okay, she does, yes. Loaded schematic. Throne room. So we need 180 stained glass panes, which is 3 stacks of stained glass, which is like, I can't do math right now. And no, everyone is in bed. 3 stacks. Well, it's 6 glass per 16 panes, right? So a stack gets you, a stack of red glass gets you 16 times 16, which I can't do in my head because I'm a jagweed. Which is like, I think over 200, right? Wait, no. A stack is... No. Hang on. $24 glass equals 64 glass panes. So a stack is not quite enough, right? Or no, a stack is enough. Because that, whatever, I'll just get a couple stacks. We can always re-dye it. Is it 1 diamond? 1 diamond for 2 stacks, oh, okay. Nah, we're good. It's 1 diamond for 2 stacks, so it doesn't matter. We're good. Bada bing. Bada boom. Thank you. She has a lot of diamonds to collect here. Oh, by the way, I have a little announcement to make, I guess. I think we're going to get rid of Minever. I'm still obviously going to do redstone jobs. I'll have like a little section in the new shop. I'm basically gonna build a new shop. I'll have like a little section in the new shop for people who want to hire for redstone contraptions. And I think what we're going to do is once I build my raid farm, we're going to sell totems of undying, because I don't think there's anybody on the server that sells totems. So we could probably make a fortune. And don't tell anyone. Because if you guys start telling people that, then they're going to realize it, and they're going to want to do it for me. So don't tell anybody. Are you going to rebuild your shop or build a new shop? I think I might change it a little bit. Because once we build the raid farm, we'll probably be able to sell emeralds and totems of undying. So I think I'll kind of maybe like change it a little bit so it's obvious what the shop sells. Hang on a second, I was gonna pop into the end. But I think there was someone selling them, but not sure if they're on as often now. Well, on the other hand, how many do they sell too? Like I was gonna stock up like a crap ton of them. Because you'll get a lot of totems from a raid farm. I'm coming into the end real quick. I hope you guys don't mind. I need to charge my Elytra. Dark was just thought you were Enderman. she thought I was an Enderman. Hopefully I'll get some Enderman actually. Oh yeah, we get plenty, we're fine. Just reflexes. Oh, We're really not getting that many, actually. I mainly just want my elytra charged up. Pretty swift reaction time. Yeah, that was extremely fast. You guys are sucking up all the Endermen. No biggie big. We're getting a few. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let me just get the pickaxe on video. Attempt what? 6 at doing the restore point? Something like that? What? Alright, let's go. Oh, that's the dragon dying. I was like, wait a second. You hit me right before I went through the portal, so GG. I don't think I picked up any of the goodies, by the way, accidentally. I did that earlier in the season. Somebody killed the dragon and accidentally picked up the elytra, and they were like, "You stole my elytra!" I was like, "No, I didn't. It's right here. I'm sorry." And I left him some diamonds at his base for the trouble. All right, I'm gonna swap this out real quick and let it run for a few minutes, just so we can get the warped wood that we need. Hopefully we don't blow up the base again. I honestly think that the only way to ensure I don't blow up the base with this farm is to build an obsidian blast chamber, but that'll require a lot more obsidian, which I don't have right now. I don't think I have. Let me go double check real quick. Maybe we'll get that out of the way, because I've been meaning to do that so I could use this farm reliably again. I mean, we didn't have any trouble running it for about an hour with the crimson stems. Whatever you guys do, don't come to the ender while fighting the dragon. She'll destroy the farm. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I forgot. I totally forgot. My bad. I think Zavom would have cut my throat if I my Minecraft throat. Sorry. All fixed. Did it break solid? No, you're good. Just wanted them to know so that while I'm AFKing there, you don't run here and give me the aggro of the dragon. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I kind of lost what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh yes, obsidian. Sorry. I don't think we have a lot right now, and I don't know how much we're gonna need. Are there people using the ender? No, I was, but I'm not anymore. That's not enough obsidian. Whatever. Hopefully it doesn't break. If it breaks, oh well. So getting like 2.5 stacks should take like 15 minutes. Well, that took me like an hour, so. I mean, we'll just. Forget it. We're gonna buy it. I really wanted to get started on this build, so. No. Nah, screw it. We're gonna farm it. I don't want to buy it. Maybe we'll do something else. I have to swap out the Nylium because I have the Crimson Nylium in there right now. Oh, shoot. No, don't go. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't break the farm. I think that should be okay. Another incoming dragon? You can hear the villagers having a conversation over there. Okay. And I think we're okay in terms of the filter. What do you need, Backdraft? I need warped wood, which I'm just gonna farm up real quick, so no issue. So let's, how many panes and how much glass did I need? So it's 180 panes and 30 glass, which I think we should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. That's really all we need. I thought we would need a lot more than that. Let me check the warp stems again. How much do we need of that? So 95 hyphae. Oh wait, no. No, it's picking up the No. We don't need any more. Yeah, it's picking up the stuff that's already in the doors. Oh no, we need it for the ceiling. Oh shoot. But how much though? Because we shouldn't need any hyphaes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 24. 28. 32. 36. 40. 44. I'm sitting here trying to do math in front of you. Warp stairs for the torches? I'm just confused as to why it was that much. I didn't think we needed that much. I mean, we do need a lot of that stuff, but that's fine. 256 planks is, divide that by 4 for how many? So that's like a stack of logs. Yeah, I think we will need a bit more though. Forget it, I'm just gonna turn this on. YOLO. I mean, we could always use more wood anyway, so what difference does it make? And while it's going, we can be building the rest of it. So I do need one to redo the filter. It's just the idea of buying it after I spent all this time building the farm. It's like, why the heck would I do that? I literally spent all this time building the farm. There's no reason I should be buying it. So, this waiting is getting ridiculous. Don't you just love PCs that are basically buggered? Absolutely. Okay. And let's just make sure it doesn't blow up the base, as usual. Might take a little while to actually get what am I trying to say? A fungus. Should be plenty of bone meal in it. Bone meal shouldn't be an issue. There we go. I heard a tree. Ow. Oh. Ah! Apparently it needs another restart. Ouch. Hey, another one. This is going pretty quick. How much have we gotten? 6. Oh, there's more in there. And there's another one. This is, it's actually not going too shabby. Oh, the crimson stems are gonna clog it up. I have to make sure to remove all that. That's fine. It'll be fine. Another tree? Wow, this is I've sneezed. Sorry if I don't actually get to building the throne room in this stream, but resource collection sometimes takes a while, and you guys know that. Wow, another one? I'm trying to make sure the crimson stems don't clog her up, you know. I could just do that. That way we get both of them, just in case. Because I don't care about the warp left and right. Thank you. Alright, I think we're good to let this run for meow. Obviously got nothing yet. It's all good, better than watching a progress bar be at 99% for an hour. I just love watching this farm go because I'm super proud of it. We already got 20. Like, that was what, like a couple minutes. Let me check on the bone meal stocks real quick. Should be plenty in there right now. Yeah, there's plenty. Oh, look, a vine. Apparently, it's actually really rare to get the twisting vines. No, crimson, what are those? Weeping vines. It's really rare to get weeping vines out of a tree. Apparently, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's like uber rare, but I've heard it's rare. Sorry about the sniffles. So while we're just doing this, today I realized how horrible I am at chess. Like here, for a while I thought I was actually pretty good at chess, and then I started playing chess online against other people, and I realized how horrible I am. Like I thought I was like an 800 rating, which is decent. Like it's not amazing, but it's decent. But I'm more like a 400. Like I'm not. I need to keep practicing. I've been using the chess.com app, which is a lot of fun. It is a buttload of fun. But I'm just not good. I stink. Like I'll go back and watch my games after the fact, and it'll be like, you had checkmate here. You just had to move your piece. And I'm staring at it, like punching myself in the head. I'm like, how did I not see that? Now, I don't think I'm a 400 I'm probably close, you know, I'm a decent player. It's just I need to get some more practice out there. That was a weird glitch. We're up to 24 and change. The stuff is really cranking out. The bonus kind of getting clogged up a little bit. Trying to complain computer. Try playing a computer. Yeah, you do. See, I smoke the computer. It's when I play a real person, maybe I get nervous. Like I could beat like the 1400 level computer, 12 to 1400 level computer. I can beat them. But when it comes to playing real people, for some reason, I just stink. And for the record, I'm still just standing over here because I'm paranoid that it's gonna blow my base. Plus, I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough time to start the throne room on stream. Unfortunately. At least you guys got to see it. We spent a lot of time going through, so. How much TNT is left in this thing? Just out of curiosity, I want to make sure how much we have left. Don't worry, my downfall in chess is when I'm too focused on attack that I tend to lose my queen. See, I'm at least to the point where I don't make as many stupid mistakes, which I guess I'm pretty proud of. Because like back when I was really bad, like I would literally just like move a piece and immediately lose it because I just didn't see something. But now I'm actually going through. I did buy like a 1-year subscription to chess.com, which comes with like all kinds of cool stuff. Like the big thing that I've been going through is the lessons. It teaches you like, you know, things that you may have not even really realized that used to happen to me. Yeah, once you play more, you start to see your vision of the chessboard gets better. But we had a pretty big bad boy here. But yeah, what I was gonna say was I don't understand the lesson. No, I'm saying the lessons from the app. It's just a bunch of different lessons. So like the ones that I remember that were really useful were pinning pieces. What do they call? What's the terminology they use for the other thing that you do? Pinning pieces. It's like skewering. That's what they say. Skewering a piece. So pinning is usually where the piece can't. We got a big one. Wow, that's lucky. Pinning is where, you know, the piece is stuck and it can't move, because usually it's like you pin a piece by pinning it to the king so that if it were to move, the king would be in check. That's a really useful tactic. Skewering is where you capture a piece by either having like a draw between pieces per se, like you threaten 2 pieces at once, so you technically have to steal one, or like you check the king, and then the king moves out of the way and you can take a piece. That's skewering. Those are the technical terms, I guess, that the chess peoples use. All this stuff will get broken by the TNT eventually. I'm just kind of making sure that I can farm it up. Ooh, we got over 41. There's a lot in there. Oh, we're getting a lot of trees. That's what I meant. I did a few lessons and it didn't teach me anything. You have to get to the later lessons. Like, most of the lessons I've watched is stuff I already know. But the thing with pinning and skewering, there's a couple useful things that I didn't realize, you know, like oh, teaming up is a good one too. That's a really good one. Like, it's stuff that you kind of do, like, you know, you just kind of, you know, we're smart enough. We know, oh, if I attack this piece with 2 of my pieces, it's a stronger attack. There's also where you trap the pieces to where it has to attack a pawn. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do, but then like you start realizing more, like teaming up is a big thing that like I didn't even realize like you should be doing. Like, if there's a piece that's threatened by 2 of your pieces and it's only being protected by 1 of their pieces, you absolutely want to make the trade, so long as you're not losing more valuable pieces. Like, I'm the kind of player that's like, no, I don't want to lose any of my pieces. But it's like, well, if you can trade pieces and be ahead, you absolutely want to do that. Like, that kind of stuff. Rather than just being conservative all the time, you know, you want to make trades that are worthwhile. That's one thing I've learned so far. Plus, they teach you, like, how to look for checkmate a little better. They teach you the Scholar's Mate, which, if you guys have seen Queen's Gambit, the Scholar's Mate has become really popular, even though nobody falls for it anymore. You basically have to be a player that has no clue what you're doing to fall for the Scholar's Mate. Best team up is the Queen and the Knight. Yeah, well, the thing is, like, a lot of people, that's one thing that new chess players like fall into, I'm trying to think of how to say it. Like, oh, we got another giant tree. Oh no, that could have been bad. the tree kind of got stuck. But something that new chess players tend to fall into is they don't value their knight. Like, they don't use their knight enough. And the thing is, what they don't realize is the knight is the bane of the queen's existence. Because the knight essentially is the only piece on the board that can move to a square that the queen can't get to, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you want to threaten, let me put it this way, if you want to threaten the queen with a rook, a bishop, a pawn, or your own queen, you're putting it in harm's way. Because there's no square that the rook, the bishop, the pawn, or your own queen can get to that the queen can't. So essentially, you're putting a piece in harm's way if you want to threaten with that. But the knight is the only one where you can put it onto a square that the queen can't get to. So if you want to threaten with a piece, you want to threaten the queen with a particular piece, it's pretty much got to be your knight. Unless, of course, there's other things, there's other, you know, pieces on the board that would protect that piece. One of the things that the lessons also teach, which is really useful, is the value of the pieces, which I kind of knew already, but I didn't know exactly how much they were worth, per se. So, like, your bishops, so essentially it goes pawns are worth 1 point. Pawns are worth 1 point. Bishops and knights are worth 3, but they say that in most scenarios, bishops are worth a little bit more. You want to try to keep your bishop alive versus your knight if you can help it. Then rooks are worth 5. Queens are worth 9. So essentially, if you can trade any piece for a queen, you absolutely do it. And then something that's kind of, you know, not really relevant or out of the ordinary, or may seem like it's kind of stupid to most people, is they say the king is worth an infinite amount of points. So if it's between saving your queen and moving your king to a safer place, the choice is move your king. Because obviously if your king's in the wrong position, the game's over and it doesn't matter. So you always need to say, okay, my king is worth an infinite number of points. So it comes down to where you're trying to figure out, do I secure my king or move a piece? You absolutely secure your king. Okay. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I probably should have said it fucking do its job. Funny thing is that it seems like my knights are always trapped, yeah. Knights are a very weird piece, but essentially they are extremely powerful. So if you lose both of your knights really early in the game, that's never good. But some people do that. Some people will just go nuts with their knights and then lose them, and then they just get wrecked, because basically one tactic is, if you're able to take your opponent's knights early, one tactic is just run rampant with your queen. Like, because once you take the knights, there's really nothing that can threaten the queen unless they just get the queen into a bad position. Or pin it, or skewer it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? My music ran out again. I really need to expand that library before I get into the copyright ding. Yeah. Oh, another thing too, that the lessons. So probably the most advanced thing, which I'm almost to the point of in the lessons, is the openings. That's what really takes you to the next level. So once you learn the game and you stop making stupid mistakes and you start realizing like how to pin pieces and like trick your opponent and all that stuff, the next thing you really need to learn to get to the next level is chess openings. And how they work, when you would do them, etc., etc. I know a few of them, but I don't really know much about like where you put specific pieces at. Like, it's basically just like the first couple moves. What do you do with the first like 2 or 3 moves? That's like the chess opening. I know a few of them, but you know. Oh, I've seen that one time. Now it's always on the back of my mind when I'm starting a match. Yeah, you want to try to keep, essentially, like, I started off as a player where I was like, I don't want to lose any pieces. I don't care. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I don't lose any pieces. But, and that'll work for that'll sometimes work. But when you start playing smarter opponents, it's not going to work anymore. Because they're going to be doing the same thing, but they're also going to be planning attacks and stuff. My opening is mainly putting up a defense. See, that's fine. And sometimes it's fine to play defensively, but like I said, like I was saying, once you start playing tougher opponents, they're gonna rip you apart. If all you're doing is playing defensively, you're gonna eventually run into trouble with that. Because that's like, you know, making sure you defend all your pieces, making sure you're not losing pieces. And of course you want to do that, but you also need to plan for how you're going to take your opponent's pieces instead of just making sure your own are secure. Because if that's all you're doing, eventually you're just going to get into a weird position and your opponent's just going to overpower you and you're going to just get wrecked. I love pushing their queen back with my pawns. Yeah, pawns can be extremely useful. That's one thing too, is like a lot of like newbie chess players do, is they won't really care about their pawns. They won't move their pawns. They won't consider their pawns pieces per se. They'll just say like, well, why would I move this pawn when I can put my knight in a better position? And it's like, moving your pawn is the best move you can make. Sometimes it is. So, you know, you got to really pay attention. Sometimes a pawn move can win you the game. Like, you know, not that it'll get you a checkmate, which of course you can get a checkmate with a pawn, but you know, sometimes putting a pawn in the right place will throw your opponent off so badly that you can win. No, not preventing my pieces from getting taken. My defense is to keep their queen and knight from assaulting them early on. Okay. Yeah, the queen, I mean, playing your queen early can sometimes be okay, but for the most part, you're not gonna move your queen until you have all of your other pieces developed. And by like a developed piece is the technical term for basically saying you've moved it out of its original square. I mean, there's some times where you would want to move your queen into place early, but it would only be in specific situations. Like, for example, for me, like whenever I play black, see, there's two openings for black that I would play depending on what white's initial opening would be. One of them could potentially require you to move your queen on like move 4 or 5, and that's only to take back a pawn. So essentially, like if they decide to take one of your pawns with one of their early moves, with one of the black openings that I play a lot, it would require you to then move your queen to take back a pawn, so you're not behind them. All right, how much are we up to? This is so much easier than manually farming. Oh, I got wrecked one time when their second move was the queen, took a quarter of my whole board. I mean, it can be powerful, moving your queen early on, but essentially what you're doing is by moving your queen early, like if your queen, what am I trying to say? If you move your queen on move 2, there's either one of two things. One, they're doing a trap opening, or two, they're comfortable with their queen, if that makes any sense. So what I'm trying to say is the queen is your most powerful piece, and you know, you could move it around and just toy with your opponent. But the thing is, if you think about it, what's better? Having 2 bishops, 2 knights, 2 rooks, and 2 or 3 pawns protecting 80% of the board and preventing your opponent from moving, or having your queen out and scaring your opponent a little bit, but then having no control over the board. Having no control, maybe you have control maybe over 40% of the board. Oh, Backdraft, we got to play chess one of these days. Yeah, sure. Chess stream, let's go. I can pull up a game now if you want. We got about 5 minutes left and we're just kind of letting this thing chug. I'd have to switch up my OBS though. You know what, screw it, let's do it. We'll let this thing go. It's not going anywhere. Hang on a second. As long as you guys don't care. We'll move this. I'll play around with it. What was the website again? It's literally just chess.com. Oh, you can't see me anymore. There we go. All right. So, I guess that's good enough. Or I could full screen it. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see the whole chessboard. So I'll keep an eye on my Minecraft. Making sure my base doesn't get blown up, but yeah, let's have some fun. Why not? I'm just Dark Salad X. I think I'm actually just Backdraft, the same way it's spelled in Minecraft. So yeah, so you guys can see most of the board. Okay. So for example, I'm just gonna, let me just play a computer and I'll just kind of talk through what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm not super good. This guy sucks, I'll whoop him. But you can see everybody I beat. So this guy's 1,000. I beat him. One of these is, he's 1,200. I beat him. Do you think you could turn Minecraft's volume down, please? Oh yeah, sorry. So let's just do, let's just play against this 1,000 guy. Or no, let's just go against the base guy. Because this guy actually, if you start playing better, he'll actually start playing better. So yeah. What, you beat that guy? I couldn't beat him. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm only rated like a 450 right now, but I think I'm technically better. I just need to stop making stupid mistakes. So essentially right now, so let's just say we'll choose him and we'll choose no help and then random as to whether we play black or white. So we're starting off as white. So the probably 99% of the time, white's opening move will be King's Pawn E4, right? And then depending on what he does, okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I want to get this pawn here, but since I'm paranoid, I want to protect it first. So I'm gonna move this knight here. So now that knight will be protecting the E4 square, right? That was a stupid move. That made no sense. Now I move my pawn here, and if he wants to take my pawn, I can just take his pawn. That's why I move my knight first. Now I also threaten that pawn. See, I'm just kind of talking through what I do. So he's kind of in a crappy spot already. But essentially I'm just going to concentrate on developing my pieces and playing how I always play. This is kind of fun. We only have a few more minutes, but I can keep playing. I never knew why they moved that knight there. Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff that I've learned with doing lessons and like doing openings and stuff. Yeah, but essentially this guy isn't really going to make too great of a move, you know, because he is just a computer. Okay, anyway, so now I'll just develop my knight. Or actually the better move here would actually be to move this pawn forward. Whenever you can move a pawn forward and control more of the middle of the chessboard, you absolutely want to do it. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it there because I just wanted to demonstrate how you control the center of the chessboard. So that's one of the other things that the lessons will teach you is how to control the center of the chessboard and why it's so important. So having like, you never want to have your knights on the edge. You never want to have like your pawns, like you never want to move the pawns on the edges until later. And sorry you guys can't see the upper left side of the chessboard, but if something happens there, I'll let you know what happens. Anyway, okay, so he moved his queen. Now, the other thing that you need to do is you need to pay attention to like what they're doing and why they do it. With the computer, you don't need to think about why they do it as much. Sometimes you need to, but like if you're playing a person, you think, okay, why did they make that move? In this case, they made that move because essentially if I move this pawn now, the queen can swoop in and check my king, which is one thing. The other thing is he's now threatening the knight. So whenever you assess that, make that assessment, you say, okay, what's threatened? Right now my knight is threatened. That's the only piece that I have that's threatened other than this pawn. Okay, so the pawn is threatened, this pawn is threatened by the queen, this knight is threatened by the queen, and I think that's it for now. Yeah. Now think, do I care if they want to take those pieces? No, because if he wants to take my knight, I take his queen. I'll trade queen for a knight all day. If he wants to take my pawn, I take his queen. I'll trade pawn for queen all day, so I'm not worried about it. So that means I can just develop another piece. Now, I could do bishop here, but now this is something you want to avoid. If I put my bishop here, it's then threatened by the queen, and it's become what's called a hanging piece, meaning it's not protected. So they can swoop in, he can swoop in and take my bishop for free. I don't want to do that. But what I can do is move this bishop here, or I can make so actually him moving his queen there was kind of put a little bit of a damper in my opening, but that's okay. We're still doing just fine. Essentially, I just want to make sure that I protect these squares. So I'm probably going to castle my king over here on G1. So I need to make sure that I have everything else protected when I do that. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my queen here. Okay, so he moved his pawn up, now threatening my knight. So now the thing I need to assess now is, what's my new threat? Well, it's my knight gets taken. Now the thing is, do I care if I lose that knight? Yes, I care if I lose that knight to a pawn. So instead of me worrying about protecting that knight, I'm gonna move that knight. And since he hasn't developed any other pieces to the center of the board, I'm actually doing very well in terms of my development. So I could put the knight here, which is probably what I'm gonna do. I could put it here, which I'll just lose it. I'll turn it into a hanging piece. But if I put it here, no other pieces can get to it right now, and it's protected by the queen. Okay, so he's developed his knight. That's fine. Now I'm free to move my bishop here, but the game is different now. He's moved his pawn, so I'm not going to do that. But what I can do is I can develop this bishop, because now look at this. He's blocked his queen. His queen no longer has control of anything. It's not threatening any of my pieces anymore. So I can develop my bishop here, and now I'm fine. Okay, so he's moved his knight. Now, notice that the queen is now exposed again, or free to do whatever it wants again. So there's a couple things I could do here. So he's now threatening these two pawns here. Not a big deal. This one's protected. This one's not protected. So I think I'm actually going to protect that pawn. Now, how do I do that? So one thing I could do though, see, now here's some other critical thinking here. I can move my knight here and threaten his queen. And that's, now I'm technically threatening his queen, but also pay attention that if I put my knight here, it's also threatened by this knight. So, and there's one thing that I always should be doing, but I have forgot to do, and the first thing you should do at the beginning of your turn is assess, can you check the king, and can you checkmate the king? So, sorry, give me a second. You can use that pawn to protect your bishop. Yes, you can. And that's probably... but I don't know if I want to do that right now, and I'll explain that in a second. But the other thing I was going to say is you want to ensure... Hang on, let me check Minecraft, make sure I didn't die or anything. Okay, we're good. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, crap. I misclicked. I don't think you can go back either. Okay, so now I'm in a crappy position. Because... Actually... No, I'm not in a crappy position. Oh, my king's in check. Yes, I am in a crappy position. I didn't mean to move that knight there. But let's see if we can hold on. Oh, God. He's going to take my rook. Let's start a new game. I didn't mean to do that move. Okay, so now I'm black. Okay, that's a very interesting opening move for white. So when he makes that opening move for white, if he were to do this move, I would open with the Karo Khan opening, which would be this move first and then this, but I'm going to do that and get control of the center. Okay, that's fine. So now I protect the pawn with the knight. If he wants to take it, that's fine. I take his back. Okay, so he's being aggressive with his knight. So he's now threatening this pawn, and that's it. This pawn is protected by the king, but I'd prefer not to move the king so that I could castle. But if he really wants to take that pawn and lose his knight to my king, guess it's not the end of the world. I'm trying to think what else I could do here. He's protecting his pawn too. Yeah. But the thing is, if I want to trade pawn for pawn, that might be worth it for me. Okay, so I'm trying to assess here what the best thing to do. If he really wants to take that and lose his knight to my king, that's not the end of the world, because I could move my rook over and still do like a pseudo castle sort of thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to move. I think I'm gonna move this knight. Here. He wants to do that. Actually, no, I don't protect my pawn anymore when I do that. So I'm gonna do like a reverse Karo Khan, the Scandinavian defense. Okay. Okay, so now I can get this bishop out, since he's not gonna take my pawn right now. I'm just trying to think of the best place to put it. I think right here. Yeah. So I develop the bishop. Okay. So now he's protecting his knight. That's fine. And I think I want to get this knight out of the way. Well, not out of the way, but, you know. Or actually, to get that knight out of the way, I think I'm going to trade pawns. If he wants to recap. Okay. This is what you get with the computer sometimes. Alright, after this, I'd absolutely be down for a chess stream, you know. It's fine. I'm not very good, honestly. There are guys that do chess streams, like Hikaru Nakamura. He's a big streamer. He's one of the best chess players in the world. Okay, so I really want to get this guy out of the way. Watching, I mean, I'd get trashed. So I think I'm gonna move. Just trying to think if there's any other. I'm trying to look at the board. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna do that. He's just making weird moves. Still be fun to see you in Solid have a few games. I mean, at least Solid would be better than this computer. Okay, so now I'm gonna make this guy a little less effective by castling. So now he can't take this because I'll take his knight. All right, now it's time to think about like what exactly am I doing and what do I want to do. So if I can get this pawn to take my pawn there, I can trade another pawn and get a better position. So now he wants to threaten my knight, which quite frankly, well, he's also pinning that knight for my queen, so I should probably move my queen out of the way. If he wants to take my knight, that's fine, because I can, well, I'll expose my king, so probably a better move would be to move bishop to e7 to protect the knight and also get rid of the pins to to the queen. So if he wants to do that, that's fine. Okay, so now he moved his bad boy out of the way, which was actually horrible for him. No, let your queen cover your knight. Actually, I don't want to. So my logic is, yes, the queen is protecting the knight, but my opponent's, the point of that move from my opponent's perspective, as far as I analyzed, was to pin the knight. Because that means if I move the knight, the bishop takes the queen. Now, you're probably a little right in saying it was okay, but the thing is, I want to get my queen off of the first rank. I don't want my queen there. I want to move it. So essentially, I need another way of protecting my knight that's not going to open my king up. That's why I did it like that. Now, probably the best move now is bishop h3, because then I threaten the rook. And the rook is not a hanging piece, but, or actually, I'm not assessing checkmate. Hang on. If I can get this pawn to move, then I could potentially checkmate with the queen by moving queen to a5. But I'm not going to get that pawn to move. So I'm just trying to see if there's any other better moves here. Knight g4 is a pretty good move. But not as good as this one, I don't think. Actually, wait. Hang on a second. I think I want to develop my queen first, so I'm going to move my queen onto the king's diagonal. Yeah, let's see what he does here. Okay, so now he developed his queen. So he's threatening this pawn, which is not protected. But I will protect it in a second, and he's threatening this pawn here, so I could just move this pawn up. Honestly, I don't see any issue with that. Okay, so he moved his knight back. So now I can't take h3, but that's okay. Look at this. This is what the computer does. I should have just did that last turn. Yeah. So, the game's pretty much over now. As long as I don't make See these stupid moves? Is that checkmate? No. Hang on a second. Yeah. I'm trying to assess if there's a faster mate. I don't think there is. So if I go there, the king's only legal move is here, which is fine. Like I said, the game's pretty much over. This guy made some stupid moves, so he'll go here unless he wants to block. Okay, so he wants to block, which was probably the worst move, honestly, because now I go here, checkmate. Or wait, no. Block. Okay, so he blocks again. I thought that was checkmate. I didn't see that on the diagonal. So my bishop is threatened, but that's okay because I can do this and protect it. So now here's something you also need to. That's mate though. What's mate? I didn't have a mate. Bishop of white. What? I'm not sure what you're saying. Sorry. Anyway, so one thing you need to assess is once you get to a certain point, you don't have to be afraid to lose pieces anymore. So you can see in the bottom left it says plus 13. I have plus 13 points. I don't care about losing that bishop. If I lose it, that's fine. But I see mate, so I don't want to move there because of the knight. Take that pawn, then take his bishop with yours. I could take his bishop with mine, but then he will just take my bishop. And I don't want to take the pawn because then I lose the queen. So I'm in a good position, honestly. And probably the best move is here, because then I could potentially checkmate with the knight, and I could take that next turn. So I think that's it. We'll see what he does here. Yeah, that doesn't matter. So now he's threatening my rook. So I probably want to save that rook. But I'm trying to see if I can mate him here. I don't think I can. Move bishop to next to his knight. Next turn, use queen to checkmate. Move bishop to next to his knight? Never mind, your knight is blocking the path. Yeah, because I moved my knight. Yeah, I have him. I just need to figure out how to get there. So I think I'm gonna protect my rook, and I'm gonna move it to the D file. That way the knight can't, or that way the king is pinned again. So I'll move this here. He's not threatening anything else there, so. Okay, so that was a decent move. But it's not good enough, honestly. So he's making it a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. I'm just gonna move my knight here and threaten his bishop to get the bishop out of the way. And then we'll see what we get. Okay, so he's threatening my knight. Not a big deal. Honestly, I'm going to do this because it opens up a check. You'll see what I mean in a second. Well, then actually no, his knight threatens me there. I'm actually going to let him take that knight because I can trade. And this knight will be in a much better position here. So he can take the knight if he wants. Sure. Then I take his pawn. And threaten his rook. So, okay, rook is mine. But do I even want the rook, is the question. So if I go here, so I can go here, then here, then here, and that's checkmate. Or no, it's not, sorry. I need to get my queen. Actually this is the best move because then I can take his knight. This is the longest I've ever been streaming. Oh, I didn't even see that. Why didn't he take my bishop? Honestly, it doesn't even matter at this point. So, take his knight, he takes my rook, I take his pawn. Now he's locked to the first rank. I'm gonna bring this into the C file. Okay, so he's trying to get his king out of there. That's fine because I can now threaten his rook and throw him Out of whack. He's probably gonna move his knight. Or his rook. That was actually kind of dumb. I want to get rid of that pawn. I could check. Check to get the king out of the way. So now essentially, you can check whether or not, yeah. Now essentially I've pushed the king into the corner. So now I just need to work on keeping him there. So I think I'm gonna push with my rook. See what he does here. Whatever, don't care. That was probably a dumb move for him because now he's not protecting his king, his king. So now I'm gonna go here. Since he moved his rook, I'm gonna go here and threaten his bishop. And then I'll move my queen up. Okay, he came back. So he's not totally useless with his...
Aura is designed to guide you on your journey towards a healthier life. Visit auraring.com. That's O-U-R-A ring.com.
And now I can actually put my knight here. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to block the bishop. Or I can put my bishop there. Or rook. I can actually put my rook here. And then he's like royally screwed. Okay, let's see what he does here. Oops. See, he's still royally screwed. I'm still up by 7, but that was annoying. Ah, he forked me, that son of a... A computer just forked me. I'm probably the worst chess player that ever lived. Oh no, I'm fine. Trade. So he takes mine. I took his. I threaten. I ban this guy spamming my chat. Move my queen down. Rook. He's just dancing. Like, the game's over, dude. Okay, I'm just trying to think of the best. I'm just trying to think of how to end this game quickly so I can move on. The knight is the nightmare right now. Yeah, it's being annoying. I'm actually gonna go here and then take his pawn. kind of screw him up. Yeah, so the pawn's mine. If I can get my rook up in his grill, so I can go here now. Take that pawn. And protect the rook. Yeah, check. See, this is why I'm a 450. My God. Well, now I kind of have to use the pawns. Or my king, honestly. Oh, he's gonna try and promote. Yeah, get that out of here. Check. I'll move my queen to prevent the promotion when he moves his pawn into. Oh, he en passant'd me. That son of a. Check. Move the knight, king. Bam. Check. Oh no, he's gonna get a. Oh no, he's not. This sucks. This is a horrible end game. Okay, let's see where he moves when I check him here. So this is a skewer. Let's see what he does. Skewer. Okay, it's not technically a skewer because he moved into the way. The problem is I need to move my king. I think this is technically a stalemate now because I lost my rook. I suck. There we go. Okay, I'm trying to think, can I check him and then get the rook or bishop? I don't think I can. Jesus. No, I think I'll just take it. Shoot. It's alright, we'll keep playing the game. He's gonna move there. Now we're just dancing. Oh no, wait, I can block. No, I don't want to do that. This is annoying. Check. I need to push him into the corner. There we go. Now we got him, I think. No, he can go there. Check. This is so annoying. Check. Check. Oh my god. check. No! I'm so bad. Oh my god. Alright, let's do one more quick one. I'm just gonna move all my pieces really fast. I'm so bad. Oh man, I really stink at this game. Very weird opening. Oh dear God. I'm so bad. All right, let's just call it. I'm really bad at this game. Trades back and forth. That bad boy. Oh, that was a bad move. Check. Hopefully I can win this one. No, he's checking me. Okay. Dang it. Sorry, I'm not talking. I just want to win a game. Check. Oh no, that's checkmate if I do that. Go right ahead, buddy. You guys still here? check. Oh no. See, I don't pay attention. Yeah, I pretty much lost this one too. I did not mean to do that. Alright, I think it's time I just wrap this up. My brain is fried. Alright, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, such concentration for me to just not pay attention and lose all my pieces because I stink at this game. I don't know, maybe I don't have the attention span for this right now. Alright, well thank you guys for joining me. Let's shoot back to Minecraft real quick. See how much wood we got, and then we'll call it an evening. Is it broken? Oh no, we're good. Still cranking it out. Oh yeah, that should be plenty. I'll turn her off. And I think we're good to go then. All right. Yep, we're gonna call it an evening. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure to hit your make sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you guys enjoyed the stream, I hope you liked watching me getting destroyed in chess. I pretend like I'm good. I'm really not that great. You know. But yeah, keep an eye out for the next episode. Hopefully, the next couple of days. And I will see you guys again. Have a fantastic night. Take care. Bye-bye.